world. My name is Kasia and I am the girl that's gone viral. This is a real raw and uncut video. I didn't plan on doing too much editing to anything. This is me in my natural state. My daughter's upstairs asleep in a bed. Yeah, so this is the break that I needed, and I'm spending it making a video about life and motherhood. Another thing, before I forget, I would like to thank everybody who sent me the messages, send me all types of DMs. I read you guys' comments, I read everything, and it was really overwhelming, but I read it and it's sad to say that I cried. And I just really appreciate like everything, all the comments, all the messages, all the paragraphs. It was so many of them, and I'm just glad that I was able to get through all of them and respond to everybody. I am not no celebrity. I am not no celebrity. I am not no celebrity. Another thing, thank you guys for getting me to 7,000 followers. My post is about to get 90,000 likes. I'm blessed. I'm beyond blessed. Thank y'all for making it possible, and I appreciate it. I was with my baby father for 2 years. I've been knowing him for like 4 to 6 years. Like, we've been knowing each other, so I do know who I lay down with. I just didn't know the real until after. So yeah, we was really close. We was really good friends, really good. That's like my best friend at one point in time. Like, I'm not about to bash him. I'm not about to have no type of hate in my heart for him, his side, or whoever that support him and anything he do. I have no hate in my heart. I am not teaching my daughter to have no hate. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And at the end of the day, I took finding out a lot of that stuff that I found out to the chin, and it did not make me stop supporting and loving my daughter. It made me go harder. It made me go real hard. Like, it did. When I knew that I was gonna be alone doing this. So when we were together in the beginning of our relationship, it was kind of weird because I had a miscarriage around the time where I found out that he was just like entertaining females. And I would say it's cheating because he's like texting other people. They are everything that he like, and when we gonna link up, you know, I just don't wanna fuck you, this and the third, like, you in a relationship. You don't do that. Once I found out that he is capable of doing that he is doing that, I should have just left. It wouldn't have been no baby, it wouldn't have been no drama, it wouldn't have been this, honestly. But there's no explanation behind that. I should have just left when it first happened. Let's say close to a year into our relationship, we found out that I was pregnant. I conceived my daughter December 24th, 2019. That day was crazy. I was crazy, taking tests, everything was crazy. My mom, she didn't really have a good reaction to it. My granny was the first person I told. My dad was the last person I told. My mom was the second person I told. And then the family just found out. So it was cool. I mean, it was cool. Like, it could have been worse. It wasn't that bad at all, really. I have went through a lot during my pregnancy. I had a job. My baby was a pandemic baby, so I had to stop working close to 3 months into my pregnancy. I didn't have no income, no way to just support myself, and it was just like really hard because my doctors was just telling me like, no, please, shelter in place, like don't even attempt, don't even dare to look at no money, girl. 5 for EDD. I swear, that's like the only message I got besides like my health. So I was high risk of getting the COVID because I'm pregnant, and it's easy for anybody who's pregnant to get sick. So that's the memo I got, and that's what I did. And we both did not have a job, but he was making income through the program or whatever program he was in. That's how we was able to get a roof over our head and all that stuff. But he didn't handle his money well at all. With no money in my pocket, I was able to provide and get diapers and, you know, little playpens and stuff my baby let her head at, diaper bags, wipes, outfits. I was able to do that with help from my family. His grandmother helped out. So that's pretty much like the only people from his family that helped, really. Well, only person who helped. But as far as everything else, that's been my family. But he was spending his money on like cars and weed and all type of other shit. Like, it was nothing that was benefiting us. I mean, I get that he needed a car because what if I go into labor, but we didn't run through like 10-20 cars in my 9 months of me being pregnant. That was his mistake. He went on OfferUp to get all his cars, and of course, oh, it's no problem with my car, everything works perfectly fine, title, all the blah blah blah, and then boom, it doesn't work. Some needs to get fixed, and then we need a new car so I can move around. It's stupid. As much money as much bands that he spent on cars from OfferUp. It was so irritating. He had a place in Stockton that he moved me in. I was supposed to be getting my place because I didn't want to feel like a burden. I just felt like, I don't know, me being in this place was just gonna be piling. He moved me in his place in Stockton, and that's where I basically spent majority of my pregnancy at, and that's when shit was really going down, baby. But realsies. Like, shit was just, I was crying out for help. Oh my goodness, it was so terrible. Like, and it was too late to get rid of any child. It was way too late. I was way too far in my pregnancy to get rid of anything. It was just like done data, for real. I'm super skinny. Like, I'm not super skinny, but like, I'm skinny. Okay, so I'm skinny with this big old belly I'm not used to. You know, I'm emotional. My hormones is high. I'm already self-wise, I'm already feeling low because I feel like I'm not attractive, you know, no more. I may be attracted to everybody else, but I'm not attracted to the man that I'm with, the little boy I'm with, really. And he made me feel like that by the females he would have in his phone, in his photo gallery, half naked, shaking their butt. Like one of my friends was in his phone, like, y'all, I was going through it. I did not feel good about myself. And a lot of arguments happened where he was just feeling like I was just so insecure. And I wasn't, y'all. And honestly, now that I'm out of the relationship, I was not insecure. I was not stupid. I wasn't crazy. I wasn't nothing that he was saying. I was dumb, though. I was looking stupid being with him. So a lot of my friends came over. A lot of my friends talked to us. A lot of my friends, like, and his friends, like, they seen what was going on. Difference between me and my friends and his friends is they listen to both sides of the part. They never had one just say, KG, you're right. If I was wrong in a situation, if I was tripping in a situation, they most definitely, they never once just said, like, he was all the way wrong. But his friends, on the other hand, all they do is get drunk and get high with him and blame me for everything. So, whatever. With all seriousness, like, his friends used to always hype his head up in every way, shape, form possible. Like, I was always the bad guy, I was always wrong. He never did anything right. The only time his friends agreed with me with something was when he used to just get mad at me or something he didn't like, he would address it and just be hella mad and bitter about it. And then when he did the same thing that he was just fussing about that he didn't like, and I said something to him, it was just like I couldn't say nothing to him. Like, it was hard. It was, a lot of my friends came and they spent the night. They didn't help me. They didn't live what I was going through for a couple of days. Like, they didn't live all that stuff. It was really difficult being pregnant and just living with him, because you thinking like, being young, you thinking like this is somebody that, man, you about to spend the rest of your life with. And just being young and dumb, like, you know, you about to spend the rest of your life with this person that you love so much. You carrying this person's child. You know he love you, but he's just, it was like that. He was most definitely controlling me, my mind and my heart and my feelings. He had me question myself a lot. He blamed me to the point where I started blaming myself, and it was just really hard being pregnant, really. My whole pregnancy, I've been getting a whole lot of DMs about a whole lot of females and him, and I just told him about it, but he told me not to pay attention. He didn't entertain it. He just like, I know, he just like brushed it off like it's nothing. I'm not doing none of that no more, and you already know, like, whatever. It was a whole lot of physical abuse. We was fighting my pregnancy. We didn't start fighting during my pregnancy. I was like six months. We used to always getting told like I was gonna get left for somebody else who had their shit together. And this is my place, and this is my car. It was like, let him tell it was never a competition because he's the man. He's not competing with no female, and there's no competition with a man and female. Blah, 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 blah. But like, it was always a competition. I felt so low about myself, you guys. It was really, really stressful not being able to provide for myself and having somebody who want to help but provide for themselves before they provide for me. He had little side hustles here and there, but it was just not it. The whole everything. Like, I had to get out of this relationship. It was really so hard. I was one of them girls to call my friends and say I'm done with him, and then just laying with him the next hour. I was one of them. We would have a talk, and it became a cycle. The mental abuse, it became a cycle. The controlling, it became a cycle. Well, I just had doubt about everything that came out of my mouth. I had doubt. I'm pregnant. I don't want to kill the baby by just being so stressed and pain and all this stuff. So in order for me, because for me, it felt like in order for my baby to be good, to have both her parents, is if I stay. It's if I stay and I just deal with it and cope with it and ignore it. And I felt like the only way my dad was going to take care of is if I stayed. Stay through the cheating, stay through the lies, stay through the mental abuse, stay through the fighting, the yelling, stay through all that. A lot of nights where I couldn't sleep and I would go in the bathroom, I would cry and all this stuff. And it was my first pregnancy, so I experienced Braxton Hicks. It was the worst. And it made it sound dramatic to him, but I needed him. He couldn't take me to no hospital. He felt like it was stupid that I was calling the ambulance, and it was natural.